Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Collective Consciousness. My name is Tiny and I am your loving host, and I just wanted to wish you the warmest welcomes to the show where we focus on here expanding your consciousness. I need you to stop right there. Before we continue, I need you to take a second and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell just after so you can get future notifications. The whole purpose of this show is to help those on the journey to self-mastery. And we are going to help you get there through manifesting, through positive attitude, and through raising your vibration. So this week, if you missed last week, we talked about speaking things into existence. Well, this week, we are talking about words of affirmation. So these two go hand in hand, right? And we'll talk about the difference between just speaking things into existence and using specific affirmative language. All right, let's dive right on in. Thanks again and welcome to the show. Okay, so today, like I said, we're talking about words of affirmation. So what are words of affirmation? According to Google, the first definition reads, the action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. The second definition reads, emotional support or encouragement. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my journey and tell you kind of how I got to where I am today and how I use affirmations. So my awakening journey began 3 years ago. I had to do a lot of healing first and things like that, but I listened to a lot of audio of successful people and, some spiritual things. Crying On is one of my favorite things. Abraham Hicks is something else that I listened to. And I just listened to this positive audio, Tony Robbins, right, to get me in the mindset to attract what I want. And there's so many little pieces when it comes to awakening. And I didn't start actually using affirmations until the beginning of this year, 2020. So January 2020, and it all started like this. I developed this routine for myself, right? So I'd wake up. The first thing I have to do is, well, other than like use the restroom or whatever, take my dog out for a walk, right? So Louie and I will go outside, and that's when I say good morning to everything. I say good morning to the world. I say good morning to God. I say good morning to spirit. Good morning to the sun, the moon, the earth, my angels, my ancestors, my innate, which is very important. You must address your innate. I address the earth and Gaia, beautiful Gaia, and all these things, right? So I say good morning, and then I say what I'm grateful for. And that's one of the things that is like a magic tool. Gratitude, right? So gratitude and affirmations, they go hand in hand. So when you state what you're grateful for, you're putting out that energy that I'm grateful, thank you. So what comes back to you are things that make you say thank you, right? So I say what I'm grateful for. I put out my gratitude, grateful for this, right? And then I use my I am affirmation. So I've built up this momentum before I start my I am affirmations, right? I built up this belief. I put out my gratitude. So now when I say what I am, that comes with a lot more energy, right? That comes with a lot more conviction because I already stated what I was grateful for. So now I use this to speak things into existence, right? I am a successful owner of a nonprofit organization. I am an intelligent, amazing individual who attracts opportunities in their life every day, or in my life every day, right? I am driven. I am magical. I am persistent. I am grateful. I am love. I am compassionate. And the list goes on, right? But you can use these I ams, putting that, like we said last week, right? When thoughts become things, and when you say something or when you put something out into the universe, it becomes a real, tangible thing. So you can use that to create the exact life that you want. You know, maybe I don't want to be a football player, but hey, someone can say, hey, I am a successful NFL player. Let's say I'm just going through training or boot camp or whatever. I don't know. I don't play sports. I don't know if y'all have boot camp or what. But you can use these affirmations to create and manifest what you want in your life. So let's say, for example, you need a raise at work. I just received a raise, right? So, okay, I told you I was going to tell you a story, and I'm just like over here coaching. So let me tell you this story. When I first started my affirmations, it was January of 2020. Now, as you all know, 2020 was like a whole chaotic mess of a timeline. Well, I started my affirmations, and at the time, I was going through a lot with my car. So I needed a hybrid battery, and the hybrid battery is like $2,000 used, $3,000 brand new. So I was like, okay, let me just manifest a solution. In January 2020, I went on a cruise, right? Came back from the cruise, and my car was towed because it wasn't registered, because I didn't have the hybrid battery, which made the check engine light come on, which means I needed a new smog check, and it was just one thing after another, and I couldn't pass the smog check because I needed a new battery, whatever, right? So my registration was bad. So what I ended up doing is I got home and found out that my car was towed. And instead of like immediately freaking out and immediately crying or, you know, whatever, because I just spent all this money on a cruise and it was already in place when the check engine light came on, and it was just like, you know, a lot. It was a lot. Instead of reacting in a negative way, I turned it into a positive, right? So I used that energy, I used that information, and I said, okay, well, this is an opportunity to manifest something new in my life. So when I got home, what's crazy is Rose from last week's episode actually was like, hey, I just bought a new car, so here, you can just drive my old car, right? So I used that car, and I would manifest, and in my affirmation say, oh, I love my brand new car. I love my brand new car. I love my brand new car. Let's say 2 months later, the pandemic happened. A month after, and I'm saying this every day that I am affirmations. Oh my God, I just bought a brand new car and I love it. It's so sweet. It's so cute. I love my new car, right? And that's an affirmation. It's not an I am, but it is an affirmation. I love my new car. Well, I used this and I said, I love my new car. And guess what? By May 1st, actually, May 1st, I bought a brand new car. Honestly, it was a stimulus check that got me my down payment, but we don't need to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, so things just kind of like, that's something that I could not have planned for. That's something that I could not have predicted in my lifetime. But because it happened, and because I put that into the universe, that's what took place, right? I didn't allow the circumstance to dictate the outcome of the situation. And that's what affirmations help you do. So when you are really like in a situation and you think like, how do I get what I want from life? How do I move forward from this situation? How do I overcome this situation? Just take a second, take a deep breath, and utilize the tools that you've been given. Utilize the fact that you can use affirmations to get you out of a negative situation. You can use your positive thought. You can use your energy. You can use your reaction to manifest what it is that you want. So using words of affirmation literally will bring something that you want and that's non-existent into an existent reality. I'm going to go ahead and cut here to a little bit more information regarding affirmations and how they can benefit you. Stay tuned. So we're going to talk about some benefits of affirmations here. First, it helps you concentrate on goals that you've already set. It helps motivate actions towards those goals. And it changes the negative thought patterns that we've created in our minds And in changing those thought patterns, it helps rewire those neural pathways to create a more positive stream of thought patterns. And we're going to jump over here really quick to the importance. Okay, so according to Huffington Post, words are singularly the most powerful force available to humanity. We can choose to use this force constructively with words of encouragement or destructively using words of despair. Words have energy and power, and with the ability to help, to heal, to hinder, to hurt, to harm, humiliate, or to humble. So this is so important because your words are like a weapon that you can use in your artillery to create things in your life. You can use them for good and you can use them for evil. But we're going to use them for good, right? Exactly. So it's literally hours before this episode is supposed to release, and I was having a conversation with a dear friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about affirmations, and there's something that I have to include in this video. I have to include this in this video. So one thing that we were discussing was that affirmations will not manifest or will not bring themselves into your reality if your belief system is not in the right place. So let me give you an example, right? Let's say you're using the affirmation, I am wealthy, right? But situations take place in your life that make you feel like you're not wealthy. Now, how you believe and how you act are going to determine the outcome of that type of situation. So let's say you say, I am wealthy, and then something happens to your vehicle, right? And now you have like a $2,000 fix on your vehicle. Okay, so in that moment, you can either choose to act in a wealthy way, or you can act in a way that's going to save you money in the long run because you don't have $2,000 and this is just going to be a short-term fix and we're going to get past it. And you know what, you get what I'm saying? Like, what you believe is going to manifest itself through your affirmation. So if your belief system does not back up the affirmations that you have, then the affirmations themselves are null and void. They do not count and they will not manifest because you do not believe that that is to be true. And, you know, we also talked about with every action, there's equal but opposite reaction. So if we're going to talk about that, when you say, I am wealthy, the universe is going to challenge you. And the universe is going to challenge you and put you in situations to test if you really truly believe it. And when you pass that test, that is when the true wealth becomes to fall into place. So I'll use myself for an example. One of my affirmations is I am healed. And I use this affirmation every single day. I mean physically, I mean emotionally, right? I address my innate directly and say I am healed. So one of the things that the universe is doing for me to challenge that is I had a lot of childhood traumas, okay? And I'm in a situation right now, when I released that childhood trauma video, hours later, my grandmother passed, right? And a series of events took place that ended up getting me back across the country in Illinois. All right, so I had told myself I was never come back here. But I am healed, right? So whatever was preventing me from coming back was out of toxicity. But I am healed. So the universe is like, all right, let's see how healed you are, Miss Thing. So here I am, back in Illinois, and being healed, right? I am back in situations that could potentially trigger me, but because I am healed and because that is part of my belief system, I'm going to pass this test and I am truly going to emerge from this situation healed. Okay, I just wanted to throw that in there. We're going to get back to the episode now. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Okay, so that was such good information, right? That was such good information. I really appreciate you guys. What I want you to do this week, I want all of you to focus on your affirmations. Say at least 3 affirmations first thing in the morning and speak out what you want for your life. All right. I want to thank every single one of you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. Go ahead and put down in the comments if you found this valuable, drop a hashtag value. And let me know down in the comments as well how affirmations have affected your life. And if you use affirmations and then a couple months later you manifest something, or even a couple days later, come back to this video and put that down in the comments. All right, that's all I have for everyone for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Asè and Namaste. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you enjoy the content of this video, again, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for future notifications. And if you think someone could benefit for this video, hit that share button. And we'll see you all again next week. Thanks so much for tuning in.